All right, bet. Can we pull this up on the TV? Hey, Shalom. We the Isupk started out at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Command of General Yohana, an officer, Danyala. This is the Wednesday night law class. If you have any questions pertaining to the law, type them in. Any questions, period, just type them in. If not, we're going to move on. Any questions in the class? No question? Okay. No. Oh. As y'all know, by this time next week, it will be New Year's, so-called New Year's. And the reason I say so-called New Year's is because the year 2023 will be here Sunday. Is it really the New Year's? No. Why do I say no? We're going to get into it. What just passed? Christmas. Christmas just passed, and then we moving into New Year's. Right. Whole new year. According to America. Right? They have no proof that January 1st is the New Year's. January 1st is the New Year's because they tell us it's the New Year's. It's not the New Year's because that's what it is. They tell us it's the New Year's. Right? So, real quick. Let me get this scripture. Get me Deuteronomy 16 and 20. No, it's just 16 and 20. 16 and 1.
God. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 16, verse 1. Observe the month of Abib.
Grab this for me. I'm going to have you something. Drop your food. Damn. Oh, this is good Bible. Words all nice and big. Right now we in Deuteronomy 16 and 1. That's where we're going to start at. Right? Observe the month of Abib. What is the month of Abib? We're going to go into it, but we're going to read on. It's going to describe to you why and when is the month of Abib. What month is the month of Abib? The scripture is going to explain that, right? Here's why this is important. Because understanding this, you will understand when is the New Year's, right? Oftentimes in the scriptures don't actually deal with like a set time, like how today we got 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, etc. Right? Scriptures don't deal with, that. As far as keeping track of time and days, we had our ways to do that, which is, off the time we go off of the sunlight and the nighttime. So that would determine time. We never really kept time based off of, the sun, where the sun would be at. It'll determine. It's a lot that played the factor, right? But right now, we understood what month we was in and what time of the year it was and what season we was in. So the Lord said, observe the month of Abib. Whenever you get a chance in the car, you can read, you can finish. So lock it, bear with me. Once again, if y'all got any questions, man, type them in. Even if the question seems like it's, nah, it ain't that important. It ain't that serious. I ain't about to ask that. Nah, still exit. Still exit. Bear with me, y'all. Okay. Bubba Kashab, you can pick up. Left on. All right. Water. 16 and 1, Deuteronomy.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 16, verse 1. Observe the month of Abib, and keep the Passover unto the Lord thy God. For the month of Abib, the Lord thy God brought thee forth out of Egypt by night. Verse 2.
Read it one more time, Salakia.
Observe the month of Abib, and keep the Passover unto the Lord thy God. For the month of Abib, the Lord thy God brought thee forth out of Egypt by night.
This is how you know to observe the month of Abib. And keep the Passover unto the Lord thy God. Is this the one that I want? Well, that's to show you that the month of Abib isn't Passover, but to get more detail. Let me get the scripture. Exodus 13 and 4. Let's see if that's it. Let's see if that's it. Nope, hold on.
I'm looking at it right now.
Okay, here we go. It's lucky, y'all bear with me. Ain't nobody got no questions online, right?
You looking for it?
Oh yeah, Exodus 13 and 4. Hold on.
Are you looking for it saying like the first month?
Yeah. Oh, it's I'm
looking at. Yeah, I don't see it.
Yeah, go. Let's go to Exodus. Let's go to 23 and 15 first.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 23 and verse 15. Thou shalt keep the feast of unleavened bread. Thou shalt eat unleavened bread 7 days, as commanded thee, in the time appointed of the month of Abib. For in it thou comest out of Egypt, and none shall appear before me empty. Verse 16, and the harvest, the feast of the harvest, the first fruits of thy labors, which thou shalt have sown in the field, the feast of ingathering, which is in the end of the year, when thou hast gathered in thy labors out of the field. You want me to keep on, sir?
Yeah, hold on, Bubba Control. I'm trying to pull this up. Okay, all right, I got it. Read it one more time.
It's the book of Exodus, chapter 23, verse 15. Thou shalt keep the feast of unleavened bread. Thou shalt eat unleavened bread 7 days, as I commanded thee, and the time appointed of the month of Abib. For in it thou out from Egypt.
Now, so this is letting you know the Exodus happened in the month of Abib, right? In the month of Abib, we came out of Egypt. Now, what is the Passover celebrated for? The time we came out of Egypt.
Right.
So at the time we came out of Egypt, that's when the month of Abib happened. I mean, that's when we came out of Egypt in the month of Abib. So we know the month of Abib is the Passover time. Let's read on.
God. And none shall appear before me empty. In the feast of harvest, the first fruits of thy labors, which thou hast sown in the field, and the feast of ingatherings, which is in the end of the year, when thou hast gathered in thy labors out of the field.
Now, the Passover, which is in the end of the year. Now, we know the Passover is the 14th day of the first month. So that's Exodus 12 and 1. Let's go to Exodus 12 and 1.
Book of Exodus chapter 12, verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt, saying, This month shall be unto you the beginning of months.
This month shall be unto you the beginning of months. Read.
It shall be the first month of the year to you.
This shall be the first month of the year to you. Read.
Speak ye unto the congregation of Israel, saying, In the 10th day of this month, they shall take them every man a lamb according to the house of their fathers, a lamb for an house. And in a household be too little for the lamb, let it him and his neighbor next unto his house take it according to the number of the souls. Every man according to his eating shall make your count for lamb. Your lamb shall be without blemish, a male of the first year. Ye shall take it out from the sheep or from the goats, and ye shall keep it up until the 14th day of the same month, and the whole assembly of the congregation of Israel shall kill it in the evening. And they shall take of the blood and strike it on the two side posts and on the upper doorposts of the houses, wherein they shall eat it. And they shall eat the flesh.
Okay, all right, now that's going into something different. Let's go to Exodus 34 and 18.
You said 34 and
18.
This is the book of Exodus chapter 34, verse 18. The feast of unleavened bread shalt thou keep 7 days. Thou shalt eat unleavened bread as commanded thee in the time of the month of Abib. For the month of Abib thou comest out of Egypt.
Read.
All that openeth the matrix is mine.
Hold on, let me see. You 20. Yeah, Exodus 20.
Is it 34 or 18?
No, 20. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, 34 and 18, right? All right, read it again.
Come. The feast of unleavened bread shalt thou keep. 7 days thou shalt eat unleavened bread,
Right.
as I commanded thee, in the time of the month of Abib. For the month of Abib.
You should do the feast of unleavened bread in the time of the month of Abib, which is a day after the Passover, which would be the 15th day.
Right.
So the feast of unleavened bread is in the month of Abib. Read.
Come. For in the month of Abib thou camest out of Egypt. All that openeth the matrix is mine, and every firstling among thy cattle, whether ox or sheep, that is male.
When it says everyone that opened the matrix is mine, meaning what? All that opened the matrix is mine. We'll do that. What is it? Go ahead.
Basically, whoever keeps the commandment that.
Nope. What is it? What does it mean when it says everyone that opened the matrix is mine? For all that opened the matrix is mine. What is the matrix?
Opening mom or something?
Don't think of the movie.
That's when I first saw that. I said, sure.
You thought of the movie, right?
Yeah.
Nah. This talking about something else. We all love it. Nope. For all that opened the matrix is mine. Let's read on. After the matrix.
All that openeth the matrix is mine, and every firstling among thy cattle was
Every firstborn among your cattle, read.
whether ox or sheep,
Whether ox or sheep, read.
that is male.
That is male, read.
But the firstling of the and as thou shalt redeem with a lamb. And
If it's a donkey, redeem it with a lamb. Replace it with a lamb. Why? Because a donkey is unlawful to sacrifice unto the Lord. So replace a donkey. If you got any donkeys, don't sacrifice that up unto the Lord. Replace it with a lamb. Read.
Come. And if thou redeem him not, then shalt thou break his neck.
And
all
if you
firstborn of thy son thou shalt redeem, and none shall appear before me empty.
And if you can't redeem and give a lamb because you don't have one, break his neck. If you don't redeem, or if you don't redeem the lamb, you got to break the neck. So with that being said, what is opening the matrix? For all that opened the matrix, all the firstborn shall you give to me.
What, money?
Nope.
Increase?
Nope. His play is just you ain't seeing what's in front of you. The second part is explaining what the matrix is. You just might not think that's what it is. That's why you're not seeing it.
You just said you love it?
Yes. I know for sure you do. I know I do.
Chicken?
Nah, it ain't got nothing to do with food. So like I was gonna say something inappropriate, so like yeah.
I think I know what you're saying. I'm trying not to think like that.
Yeah. They ain't got nothing to do with food. You can't eat it though.
Yeah.
So like yeah.
All right.
Forgive me.
Is it talking about something like marriage?
Yeah. Close. I'll give you one more shot.
Oh, answer.
I'm gonna give you one more shot. It's come on. Or let somebody online answer. What does it mean when it say opening up the matrix? Somebody online.
The Matrix is a female cat. That's what someone said.
Nope.
One y'all said a female cat.
Nope. Remember, the Bible is in slang.
The mouth?
Nope, the Bible is in slang. We know the Bible is in slang. Like when the Bible say, here's why when you Google matrix, you get female cat, right? Because the Bible is in slang. Just like when it say the ass, the donkey knoweth his crib, and that, you know, when to use that parable. Paraphrasing, the ass knoweth his owner, the donkey the ass knoweth his owner, the such and such is master crib. We know what crib mean is slang for house, where it lives, where you live. Matrix is also slang for something. I'm gonna get somebody else online one more shot, and if they don't get it, I'm gonna Nope. Nope.
Do it got something to do with a woman?
Yes.
I don't want to say no. I don't want to get in trouble.
I'm gonna say it. Let's see what somebody online say. One more answer.
Look, the brother said the Matrix is
A cat, like a meow?
yeah, he said female cat. I'm saying that was a cat.
Yes. Matrix.
That's the Matrix.
Matrix
That's deep.
is the female. That's why I said it goes into the firstborn. Because when you open the matrix, meaning she's giving birth now. Talking about the vagina. So if this birth she give is, if it's the firstborn, you owe the Lord for it. That belongs to the Lord. Everyone who opened the matrix, meaning what? Everyone who had a child or children, the firstborn belongs to me. I don't give a damn if it's an animal. If your animal have kids, the firstborn belongs to me. If the humans have kids, firstborn belong to me. That's why it goes into explaining it, because guess what happened during the time of Egypt? The firstborn of everything died. So when it says opening the matrix, that's the matrix is talking about, which is why, like oftentimes, right, what we don't realize when we read in the scriptures, we try to think too hard. The Bible will say something and then explain what it's saying afterwards. But we find ourselves thinking too deep to try to break down the parable, when the fact that it's a parable and the fact that it's meant for certain people not to get it, it'd be so simple and right there in their face. Like Christ will give a parable and explain what the parable means as he's giving the parable. And people would still not understand what he's talking about, even though he gave you the answer already. So the Lord is saying, you open up the matrix, all the firstborn belong to me. So when you think of matrix, you try to think of a educational word for matrix and what it could mean, when it means exactly what it's saying. Anyone who gave birth, opening up the matrix would be the woman vagina, of course, where she's pushing the baby out. Y'all owe the Lord for it. Because when you think about it, there is no Hebrew word for words like sex, for words like vagina, for words like, penis. A lot of words we use today, there's no Hebrew words for it, but they use other words to describe it.
Yeah, that's Israel.
That's Israel. You might not know something, so what we do, we describe it based off of what it looks like. Hey, what kind of car was that? It looked like one of them with big round back. It looked like a goddamn bug or something. And we're anything that close to describe it, that's what we do. Like Paul said, all throughout Revelations, all throughout the scriptures, they seen dragons. They seen stuff flying, saying it's a dragon, but that's the closest thing that they had to something flying that spit fire, which is why it made sense. So they're going to say, we seen dragons. And it wasn't a dragon. It was planes. It was a vision. Planes didn't exist back then, but it's just the way that they, describe something. And that's what we do all the time. Talk to a Black and Hispanic and they forget the name to something, they're going to describe the closest thing that looks like it so you can understand what they're talking about. Let's read on.
Verse 21, 6 days thou shalt work, but on the seventh day thou shalt rest. In the airing time, and in harvest thou shalt rest. 22, and thou shalt observe the feast of weeks, of the first fruits.
All right, let's go into, hold on, God.
Can I hit that heat? Big. I hit the heat.
Yeah, go ahead. Okay, I see. Oh, this is what I wanted you to do. Look up Abid in the Bible dictionary. ABID.
Abid, the pre-lexic name for the first month of the year. Find us in the book of Exodus, chapter 13, verse 4, 23, 15, and 34, and 18. After the exile, the name was changed to the sun. It fell about the time of our march in early April.
Read that one more time.
This is Isupk Pictorial Bible Dictionary. The word Abib, the pre-lexic name for the first month of the year. You find us in this book of Exodus, chapter 13, verse 4, 23 and 15, 34 and 18.
Abib is the first month of the year. Where you can find it?
You can find this evidence in the book of Exodus, chapter 13, verse 4, chapter 23, verse 15, in chapter 34, verse 18. After the exile, the name was changed to Nisan. It fell about the time of our march in early April.
Go ahead.
If I could, sir, was happy about this. Like, you know, everybody about to celebrate Thanksgiving. I mean, it's a lot of it, I'm sure. New Year's, right?
Mm-hmm.
Christ was born around the Passover. You know what I mean? And this is heavy. Like it said, our March in April. Like that's heavy.
Mm-hmm. It's a lot, yeah. Yeah, Salaka, let's read on.
Want me to read the definition again?
Yeah.
All right. The pre-elected name for the first month of the year. At the exile, the name was changed to Nisan. It fell about the time of our march in early April.
Go ahead. Was that it? So that goes into to prove, of course, what the month of Abib was. Oh, I got the perfect precepts. Salaka. Let me get this. Salaka. Is in Romans. No. Ooh, it's two of them. Let me get Daniel 2 and 21.
Book of Daniel, chapter 2 and verse 21. He changeth the times and the seasons. He removeth kings and setteth up.
What's the one I'm looking for? Seven and 25.
Book of Daniel, chapter 7, verse 25.
Hold on. Yep. This is the one. Bam.
Daniel chapter 7, verse 25.
Here's why January 1st is the New Year's and not around March or April. And the reason it's saying our March or April is because the Passover is the same time every year, but the day would change, meaning because we got days like March and 1st and 25th and April 1st and 25th, the Passover can fall in March or it can fall in April. Right? It could fall in March, it could fall in April. Because of the times that we live in and how Esau changed the times and he changed the days. So this is exactly why you got December, like let's say, what's today? December 28th, right? Wednesday, December 28th. What day December 28th is going to fall on for 2023? Who knows? Simple answer. Very simple answer. Today is Wednesday, December 28th. What year? Today is December 28th, 2022. December 28th, 2023 is going to be on what day next year?
You said the same day as today?
Not today, Wednesday. It ain't going to be Wednesday next year.
Oh, no. It's
going to be Thursday. It's going to move a day. And then 2024 is going to be Friday. And December 28th, 2025 is going to be, it moves.
Right.
Why? Because the way that Esau have it set up, each year get a different day and then it resets. Monday through Sunday, then it resets. Monday through Sunday, it resets. So when we get the Passover in March one year, and then we get it in April, because that each year is technically the same exact day as last year. Damn. Sound like somebody just saved themselves from an accident. Right, they's gonna come. Right. No. They'd have regretted it. So what I was saying. Oh, so some years it'll be April, some years it'll be March, some years it'll be April. Right? So it changed. And there's a reason, and this scripture is going to explain. Read.
God, and he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and to change times and laws, and they shall be given into his hand until a time and times and dividing of times.
Because he's going to change times and dates and laws. He's going to change times and laws that the Most High set forth, which is why we got a daylight savings time every year, twice a year. Time go forward, time go backwards. Why? And then I heard this year they was going to try to pass a law to where as though there's no more daylight saving. Meaning the way the time is now, we're going to keep it that way. So if it get dark at 4 o'clock, that's how they trying to keep it. Or if it get dark at 8, that's how they trying to keep it. No matter what season it is. So for so long, we didn't had it like this. Now they trying to change it to make it work one way. That's the type of power Esau had. Esau had, and because he had that, he's able to change the laws. Change the laws meaning what? The law back then was keep the Passover on the month of Abib, right? The Bible tell you when the month of Abib is. America know when the Passover is. They know Easter is Passover. So if the Bible tells you to keep the Passover on the first month of the year, and they know Easter is around, Easter is Passover, which would be the first month of the year, why would they still make it January? They even got society set up to where everything is in April, tax season, everything. A lot of stuff that society is based around deadlines comes around March and April. And they understand that. That's when new life comes in to play. that's when you know, the earth is replenishing itself, and the grass is growing back better, the trees is growing back better. That's when they understand that. Read on. Is there any more?
That was it.
All right, that was it. Ain't no questions online, right? All right, bet. It was one more. Oh, let's go back to the first one and then we read. What was it? 22 and 21? Daniel 22 and 21? That was the first one I went into?
No. Like I was saying that Daniel only wrote chapter 12.
Yeah, so go to chapter 2, verse 21.
Oh, 22.
Oh, I did? Yeah. Shit, we both up here tired. I thought it translated.
Shit, 21. Change the times.
Yep.
This is the book of Daniel, chapter 2, and verse 21. And he changeth the times and the seasons. He removeth kings and setteth up kings. He giveth wisdom unto the wise and knowledge to them that know understanding. Verse 22. He revealeth the deep in secret things. He knoweth what.
Ooh, yeah. Run that back from the top.
God. And he changeth the times and the seasons. He removeth kings and setteth up kings. He giveth wisdom unto the wise and knowledge to them that know understanding. He revealeth the deep and secret things. He knoweth what is in the darkness, and the light dwelleth.
Oh, I think I missed something. Read it from the top. I think I missed something.
He revealeth the deep and secret things. He knoweth what is in the darkness.
From the top of the chapter, from 21.
And he changeth the times and seasons.
Read verse 20.
God, and you answered and said, blessed be the name of God forever and ever. For wisdom and might are his. And he changeth the times and the seasons, moveth kings, and set up kings, and give wisdom to the wise, and knowledge to them that know understanding.
Yeah, go ahead.
It was crazy. I was talking to my cousin. You know what I mean? Like we used to be together like every day, like in the past. And like we used to talking about like things I was studying and stuff like that. And he brought up like, yo, man, a lot of stuff that he was saying, ain't nobody was saying around that time. This worldly stuff. You know what I mean? But I was like deep into all that studying. And the crazy part is, I told him, I said, all that stuff that I was telling you, bro, I was like, you're amazed by that now? I'm like, listen, I picked up the Bible, it showed me that none of that stuff mattered. You know what I'm saying? Like, the things that I was so fascinated with, God created it. You know what I'm saying? And like, the Bible it show you like where the real wisdom is at. And I was just telling them, I said, yeah, a lot of things I was saying, people just start saying that in the world. Mm-hmm. Because I had sources that put me to the direct source. I was like, I found out that source was bullcrap. I said, you read the Bible, the wisdom in the Bible is showing you how to be better than the people that that wrote those books.
Right.
And put the knowledge together. So like he was just sitting there like, dang. I was like, come on down. I said, come on, bro. you know, I was onto that urban stuff. Like, I was talking about CMOS, maybe CMOS, nobody was talking about it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I was gathering earth. I was putting other people on there. Like, oh, what? So, and again, like, when I picked up the Bible, I'm like, man, this is it. And, like, it was just a good convo. Just, you know, let them know, like, don't marvel at the old thing. Like, that's bullcrap.
Right. Right. No, that's facts. Read on.
Come. Verse 22. He revealed the deep and secret things. He knoweth what is in the darkness, and the light dwelleth with him.
I think that's pretty much it. You was about to say something?
No, that was it. I mean,
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
I definitely, I like the fact, like, man, you, like, dropping that type of knowledge, you know, that type of game. Like, you said, man, like, the Lord going to reveal things that ain't so easy for people to grasp onto. And, like, just a little bit of time in the truth, the Lord going to show you things that is not easily grasped to, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, if you're not in the truth. So, I mean, I definitely dig what he's saying.
Right. Let me get this up. Isaiah 14 and 16.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 14 and verse 16. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms? Verse 17.
Read that one more time.
Come. They that see.
Oh, read a verse above.
Come. Verse 15. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake the kingdoms?
Read one verse above where you started from.
Come, verse 14. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake the kingdoms?
What this scripture talk about? The car?
Like, basically, it's talking about like our enemies, like what's going to wind up happening to them. You know what I'm saying?
Start at, what verse was that? That you started
14.
from? 14? The verse that you started from.
Oh, you go to verse 13?
Yeah.
All right. It's verse 13. For thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north.
12.
Verse 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer?
That's what I wanted. How you fall from heaven, O Lucifer? Read.
Come, son of the morning.
What does it mean? How did you fall from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How did Lucifer fall from heaven? A lot of people mistake this for what it talks about in Revelation. And a lot of people translate this to mean that Satan fought God, or Lucifer fought God, and got cast down out of heaven onto earth because he rebelled against God, when that's not what it's talking about. So what does it mean? Lucifer cast down out of heaven. What do that mean? There's not somebody online answer that. While we wait, could you hit me up with a little bit of strong as well? What? Somebody online type in the answer. What? And if nobody online answer it, you can answer it.
Nobody answered it, so I don't mind answering. So basically, Lucifer being the son of the morning is like.
Well, how was he cast down from heaven?
Oh, he was cast down from the suburbs and having power, just being in peace. Like me in heaven, but the white man, you know what I'm saying? Especially the nation, because this was at this time the Babylonians, right? Sir? Babylonians, they was in power, because this was like the parable in Ezekiel. They was the great cedar tree, so it was like everybody wanted to be like them, and it was prophesied that they won't be there up so high anymore. They won't be able to chill in the suburbs and, walk their little stupid little lap dogs. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the high places that they live they no longer gonna be in them high places.
I'd be jealous.
No need to, but I understand.
I'd be jealous because I like to run.
Mm-hmm.
I can't run in my neighborhood.
Shit, I can. You can run in your neighborhood.
I can, but I shouldn't have my headphones on because I can be running. They don't have the luxury. Dudes might get paranoid. You never know. Dudes might be pills, cops. You know what I mean? They might think you're running from something. So it's like they can do it any time of the day, any time of the night.
Right. And they can do it in our neighborhoods also. We can't jog in our neighborhoods without someone thinking something is up, but they can. Right. The first thing we think is, oh, that's undercover. Leave him alone. Right. We think every oppressor that's jogging through the neighborhood is a goddamn undercover, which is sad. And then you think every brother that's jogging through your neighborhood is a goddamn enemy. It's odd. That's an issue. But it's going to become a point in time when they ain't going to be allowed to do that. Read.
All right. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which did weaken the nations? That's heavy.
That's super heavy. One more time.
How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which did weaken the nations?
How you fall from heaven,
right,
O Lucifer, son of the morning? And you was cut down to the ground, and that weakened the nations. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's funny because it's like they was playing musical chairs around this time. There was the Persians, the Medes, and the Babylonians. You know what I mean? Like I believe Daniel seen like the did he watch different nations take over in Israel?
Mm-hmm.
He told them like, yo, you're gonna fall. You should not have us in captivity. You know what I mean?
Right. Read on.
Come. For thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds.
He said he's going to ascend above the heights in the clouds. Have he not done that? This is the man that changed the laws and the times and everything.
Right.
Anything he set his mind to, he done it. He said, I'm going to ascend above the heights of the cloud. And now, look, we got planes, jets, helicopters, rocket ships. Read on.
Come. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell.
But you're going to be brought down to hell. What you doing all this? And you're doing all this weakening the nations. Meaning, you got cut down from heaven and weakened the nations. How he weakened the nations?
Right.
By getting them to believe what the hell he believed. Go ahead.
Yes, I mean, war. You know what I mean? War. That's how they was able to weaken the nations in the Christian church. They don't teach you about these type of things. They don't like touching the Old Testament. You talk like I remember around the time when George Floyd died.
Mm-hmm.
I had this video. I still got it in my archives. This sister, she was like, and it was heavy. It was in Pittsburgh. Jamie Foxx came out there to the press conference.
Mm-hmm.
The sister's son got killed by the police. He took a settlement. Had like $1 million. She said that when she sent the money back, she said, I don't want to pray to the God of the New Testament. I want to pray to the God of the Old. I got
Damn. You got the video? And why you think she said she don't want the God of the New Testament? She want the God of the Old.
Because the God of the Old Testament, because I became a Christian truth so much, you got to hear the God of the Old Testament. And in her own ignorance, she said, I want vengeance.
Yeah, because the God of the Old Testament killed. She think it's two different gods. She think the God of the New Testament is Christ, who came about peace and love and spreading, hugs and kisses. But that God of the Old Testament killed the whole Egypt. Play that.
It hit home like when I seen it. I wasn't prepared. Keep passing the remote. But I wasn't prepared for, all the riots and loot was going on. I'm just listening. And like when I hear the older people talk, it hit home a little bit more because I know like what type of, like we know what they've been through. Like they've been indoctrinated. I can't even be mad at people. Like I just gotta look at it for what it is. But like our people have been like so damaged. Like of course this woman, that my page. Y'all want to see how to make bombs and stuff.
Oh, this your YouTube page?
Okay.
Oh, that's why I said big, round, and brown.
Oh, okay.
It's like that. It's like, no.
Obviously, your diet was making her.
Oh, word?
Yeah. That's a funny story.
Please bear with me because you guys need to see the faces that this is impacted. Really? Can you bring your team out, please? They fight every day for our community. Jamie lost faith because you don't bring your status into this. They feel it's okay. Let me tell you the ugly side of this. It causes you to test your faith and your belief. I don't want to believe in the God of that New Testament. I want to believe in the God of Old Testament in Hebrew when he told Joshua to walk that city 7 times, take down and destroy it. Mario didn't get justice, they told me a few.
You heard what you said, sir?
Mm.
That's the spirit of One West right there.
That's even more hardcore than what you, in the way you just described it.
Listen.
Damn.
She said she wanted blood.
She want to believe in the God of the New Testament, but she also wants to believe in the God of the Old Testament, of the Hebrews, who told Joshua to walk that city and destroyed it.
Yeah. And that's where it's starting to get to. Like the people is calling phones now. You know, people are starting to get tired. They hearing us at camp. How many funerals you gotta go to? How many janazas you gotta go to? How many of your homies you gotta see wrapped in forever? You know what I'm saying? How many times you gotta get pulled over, you know what I mean, and fear for your life and your kids' lives in the back. You know what I'm saying? Like, people starting to realize it. And this sister and if you keep hearing what she's saying, she got paid. She got paid. Because what the white man do, you might as well take this money, because if you go through trial, you ain't gonna come out with nothing. At least you get a little bit of, you get some money for your troubles. You know what I'm saying? Give him a good burial site, do something for his family. You do that. This woman did that, until this day, she still feels bad about it. And she no longer praying she don't want to pray for forgiveness for them. She wants those police officers that murdered her child to be put down like dogs. You know what I mean? And that's what we got to say one prayers like we doing here as a people. We saw it. We said, we put up the curses. I remember I first came here, I thought y'all was crazy. I was like, curses? What type of call is this?
I remember when they first got implemented.
Yeah.
The curses. It was like, damn, that shit is rough.
Yeah, but like I remember Barzal, the joint was like, Wale, he went viral on Twitter.
Yeah.
You died.
Look at that damn hand mic.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody started going viral. Now the music shit going viral. Like the music is going viral. You got interviews with Kanye West.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because we don't pray for peace. We pray for vengeance.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's why Christ said, I come not to destroy anything the prophet
done before me, which means whatever happened is going to keep happening. I come not to change a pork eater who don't want to give up pork dying. If you want to give up pork, you live. If you don't, damn, that's rough. Let's read on.
All right. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. Verse 15. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake the kingdoms?
They gonna look at this man one day and be like, this the guy that told you January 1st was the New Year's.
Right.
This the guy that had everybody scared of him?
Right.
This the guy that shook the kingdoms, man. What? Come on, man. You can't be serious. They're gonna be looking at him in the museum. Well, listen, our great grandkids, Lord allow Christ come back. By that time, I'm gonna be taking them to a museum from the knowledge we passed down. Yeah, look, you know about Esau that we read about in the Bible. This is one of his descendants. This is the people that your forefathers had to deal with in that land called America that no one dwells at. So America is real. Nobody dwells there. These are the people that was running America. And these same people that was running America ran the earth. What? Nah, I can't be. Look at that. That's not a human. Come on, you can't be serious. Why it look like that? Look at the eyes. Look at the hair. Look at the skin. Nah, that can't be a human. Yeah, this is the they that see thee gonna look upon and they're gonna see them on the street like bums, bottom of the barrel.
Right.
You mean to tell me at one point in time these people ran the earth? It's how they look at us now. You mean to tell me you Negroes out of the ghettos across America gonna one day rule this country, rule this earth? That's hilarious. Go ahead, Nagar.
If I could, like when we be at camp, like I specifically talk. I put so much emphasis into like us being Jews being black, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and like you should see like the crazy thing is like seeing white people's faces when you say Christ is black and you reading out the Bible. And I always try to give them a reminder. If you say you want to hide something from a nigga, put it in the book.
Mm-hmm.
Well, here we go. The niggas is opening up the books. And they just be sitting there like, I dare this nigger tell
Open
me,
this book up and read.
Yeah, open up this book and read. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like the audacity. Like it's wild because like I remember Officer Mariah, he was saying like same thing you were saying. It's gonna be like in Christ's kingdom, our kids gonna be like, these people used to they were like,
he was a
bad, tough soldier for the Lord. You used to what?
You work for him? Nah, you crazy. You ain't gonna tell me my forefather was working for that. Nah, Pop, you crazy, man. What? Come on, man. You really mean to tell me my forefather was in this land called America that was ran by these people who now shining our shoes and licking the dust from our feet? Come on, Pop. That's absurd. That's how crazy it's going to look. Read on.
Verse 17. That made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the house of his prisoners.
Go ahead.
If I could, sir, like, I was like studying on Native American history, like when I was a young boy, like I remember like everything started like revealing when I was what is that? Ecology. I was in ecology class. I understood it, but I started being rebellious in my statements. I was like, yo, the government is messing up the ecosystem. Like the Industrial Revolution, that's when they started interrogating the world. You know what I'm saying? Messing up the ozone layers, dumping toxic waste. Like, it was a point in time, can you believe we could drink out the Schuylkill River and the Hudson River? It used to be a point, like George Washington actually crossed the Delaware River because it was frozen and because there's no toxins in the water, to, it was able to freeze over. And it was able to take a whole army to walk over that's why they call it the George Washington River. Bridge, because he crossed over it. You know what I'm saying? But it's crazy because the more you look, a lot of animals went extinct because of what they do. When it comes to their industrial advantages. You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. Even overseas, the things that the white man does overseas that we don't get heavily mentioned, like whole villages. Obama apologized to Venezuela for giving them herpes or AIDS. Yeah, they was conducting experiments and passed AIDS and HIV. I believe it was herpes or HIV.
And he apologized for it.
He apologized for it. We apologized for it. He apologized for spreading the virus. Yeah. It's turned into a wilderness. That's true. I don't understand them reports. I was like, you can't be serious. I can try to find the article.
We press for time. If you could find it quick, then yeah. Well, let's read on.
Okay. Verse 18, all the kings of the nations, even all of them, lie in glory. All the kings of the nations, even all of them, lie in glory, every one in his own house. But thou art cast out of thy grave like an abominable branch, and as the remnant of those that are slain, thrust through with a sword that go down to the stones of the pit, as the carcass trodden under feet.
I think that's it. Let me see. Any questions online?
So the time check at 8:38.
Okay. Okay. And no questions in the room, right?
All right, I got it.
You found it?
Obama. Okay, Obama. This was back in the 1940s. And it states, this is CNN, by the way. U.S. apologizes for affecting Guatemalans, our people, with STDs in the 1940s. This is biological warfare. Chemical biological warfare. Washington CNN. The United States apologizes Friday for a 1946 to 1948 research study in which people in Guatemala were intentionally infected with sexually transmitted diseases. A statement by Secretary of State Hillary Clinton and Secretary of Health and Human Services Secretary Kathleen Syllabus called the action reprehensible. We deeply regret that it happened, and we apologize to all the individuals who were affected by such abhorrent research practices. So when we look at diseases that was going on in our community, you can't get mad when a white person can't get mad. You did it to our people in Guatemala, conducting research studies, and y'all was doing it intentionally. It wasn't like a monkey. Y'all did research on a monkey. He breaks out the cage and start biting everybody and stuff like that. It wasn't like that. y'all intentionally infecting these people. So when us black people say, well, you put crack cocaine in our communities, it's not far-fetched. The CIA documents explain it. If the DEA had it and the CIA had a hand in it, you dig what I'm saying? And it really exposes the white man for who he is. You know what I'm saying? Like when I seen that, I was like, dang, so y'all just put STDs down and blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying?
Damn. Is there any more?
Yeah, it's a bunch of politics.
Like whatever you think is I mean, perfect for the topic.
Yeah. So Obama was the one that, initiated the
Hold
apology.
on. So he apologized for experimenting on
He apologized for America
experimenting on them
experimenting on wild models
and giving them AIDS.
and giving them all types of STDs and HPVs.
Now I could be wrong. He apologized for the Tuskegee Airmen thing, right?
I'm not sure. I'm not too sure on that.
Will we look that up? Obama apologized for what America did. And Tuskegee Airmen. Let's look that up. Bubba Kashaw, real quick.
They syphilis too.
For the Tuskegee Airmen.
Presidential apology for study at Tuskegee.
Who gave it?
Bill Clinton.
Bill Clinton gave it?
Yeah, it was. He did the apology. It said May 16, 1997, in the East Room of the White House, President Bill Clinton issued a formal apology for the Tuskegee study of untreated syphilis in the Negro male. So, hold on. I remember the general was explaining that these men already had syphilis. It's just that.
Right, some of them, yeah, the experiment went wrong. But I'm trying to figure out where they could have fixed them.
Yeah, it said untreated.
But they didn't. I'm trying to get the part where Obama apologized for that. He didn't, right?
Yeah, I don't think he did it.
Yeah, I knew that. That's why I told you to look it up. I knew you wasn't gonna find it.
Because he did it. He apologized. It was like just a lie.
Who?
I'm saying.
No, he didn't. He apologized for them for the HIV, but didn't apologize for the Tuskegee Airmen. Now, Bill Clinton did. What does that mean for us? When he apologized? December, what did he say? December
17.
1997?
Yep.
When he become president. Bubba Kashaw, just as fast as you can look that up for me.
So he's coming up on his 4 years.
He was what?
He's coming up on his 4 years. So he died.
So Bill Clinton was coming up on his 4 years, meaning he was going to have to run for president again.
Yeah, it's the same thing that what's his name?
Donald Trump?
No, not Donald Trump. The guy that's in there now.
Joe Biden.
Joe Biden, that's the same thing that he do. Like he try to hit us with the, oh yeah, you ain't black, you don't vote for me. You know, he try to little political.
But hold on. So Bill Clinton was coming up on his 4th year,
Yeah,
and he apologized to the Tuskegee Airmen in 1997.
yeah, because I mean he was inaugurated 1993 January.
So January of
97.
January December of 97 would have been January 98, which would have been his 4-year term.
Yeah, it was around the same time. That's what they do though. It's like they try to get good race with
the black people.
Black people, yeah. Because black people, what they say? Oh, Bill Clinton really
He black.
He black.
What did he do? Who, was it him that smoked the weed?
Yeah, he smoked weed. Bill Clinton smoked weed. And
he got
fellatio.
He got fellatio.
Yeah, he black. You know?
So now just think of this, right? We determined Bill Clinton black because he smoked weed and got head in the White House.
Right.
Obama didn't though. So is he black? Obama don't meet them requirements. Obama should have smoked weed and got some head in that White House. Oh, it makes sense. Yeah, of course he didn't. He not black. Just like Bill Clinton not black. He just knew what to say.
Right.
That is it. He just knew what to say. Let's read on.
Right. Thou shalt not be joined with them in fury, because thou hast destroyed thy land and slain thy people. The seed of evildoers shall never be reowned. Read that one.
I think that's it. Unless you got a little more.
This is the best one right here.
Okay, let's get it.
All right. Verse 21. Prepare slaughter for his children.
Ooh, prepare slaughter for, because of all that, prepare slaughter for his children. Read.
For the iniquities of their fathers.
For the iniquities of their father. Iniquity means sin. Prepare slaughter for the sins your fathers committed. Read.
That they do not rise, nor possess the land.
Prepare slaughter for the iniquities of their fathers.
Right.
Because the sins their fathers committed, slaughter them so they don't rise again and possess the land because their fathers did it, which means what? They're going to do it. Read.
God, nor fill the face of the world with cities.
Nor that they repopulate and become full of faces in the city. So slaughter them all. Read on. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, that's what that sister wanted to be praying to.
Ooh, that's what she was asking for when she said she want that God of the Hebrews. That God of the Hebrews slaughtered anybody who messed with him. Old and New Testament is because whatever church she go to, they preach such peace that Christ brought. And he was so nonviolent and he let the enemies hurt him and he just, just accepted it.
Yeah.
So they don't want that. Now when your son died, see, when the Most High only begotten son died, he died so you could continue to sin. But when your son died, you want everybody to die. Well, damn, you couldn't stop eating shrimp, crab, and lobster and being a sinner for Christ that died. That was somebody's son who died. Joseph's son died for us. And because Joseph and Mary's son died for us, you think he died for you to continue to be a goddamn crackhead until your son died. Now you want everybody dead. You want everybody to pay for it. Now you see what Joseph and Mary went through. Now you exactly see what they went through. Read on. Is there any more?
Verse 22. If I will rise up against them, said the Lord of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name and remnant and son and nephew, said the Lord. Good night.
Self-explanatory. Any questions online? No questions in the room? With that, pass the class to priest and officer in the car.